Hey there, silly crafters! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be working on this beautiful press-on set that I did using my Born Pretty gel colors. This set includes 6 very unique shades of pink, which also included some with glitter. And of course it wouldn't be one of my videos with some Cricut help for these nail decals. And so if you're ready to see how I made these, please keep watching and let's get started. Here I am on Cricut Design Space and I'm just going to open up a new project. I do have my nail template with a direct link on my Etsy if you guys needed it. This is the link right here and it takes you directly to my Cricut project. Now all you have to do is just open it in Cricut Design Space and customize. Here in our project we have a set of 3 templates, including long, extra long, and short. I always use just the long set, so I'm just going to delete the ones I don't need. And now our template is ready to go. This direct link is only for Cricut Design Space, and so if you're using a different program, all you have to do is just upload the PNG files that are also included in the Etsy listing. Here we can see this is a PNG file, so the background's already removed. I like to upload it with a print and cut so I can keep the colors. Since it's only a template, it doesn't really matter. And now I'm just gonna upload. Once we add to Canvas, this image is way too big, but I do include all the sizings you need in the instructions on the Etsy file as well. And so once we enter our sizing, we can see here our template is ready to go. Starting over on the left-hand side under images, I want to see how much is available in Cricut already. So I'm just going to type in bats, but since I don't pay for the subscription, I'm just going to filter out the free ones. The selection isn't very big, but I'm going to keep trying to search, see what's available for free on Cricut Design Space. The spider and this web would be perfect as well if you wanted to do some spider and web designs, but I'm going more for a like night pumpkin theme. And I do also use images for references. Just hit the contour button and get rid of what you don't need, and now these stars are going to go right on the nail. I'm also going to be adding this moon. I think it'll look really cool. And so I'm just flipping it and then sizing it. I'm also going to be changing the colors to white. I feel like this will give me a better look of what I'm going for. And I also wanted to add a pumpkin, and I really like the one that was smiling right here. So I'm just going to add it to my template. Next, I'm also using like this teardrop shape, but I'm mostly using it for reference again, just because I want to do like a dripping down effect. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to go over to Google. Google is the reason I don't have to pay for any of my decals because it's very easy to just search it up in images and save it to your computer. I use keyword silhouette because it comes out better if you're using a black and white picture. Now over on Cricut Design Space, we're just going to click upload and upload our image. Over on the top right, if we hit preview, we can see it turns into a black square. So that means we just have to remove the background, but you can see it's really easy with one click. Now this preview looks good and we can continue. Since we want to cut this with our vinyl, I'm going to save as a single layer and add to my canvas. Now we're just going to use our template to size it and use duplicate to add as many bats as you want. And make as many bats as you want, but I'm only going to be adding 3. This is looking so good, and so now I'm just going to hide the images that I added as references, and these are the pictures that I'm going to be cutting out. As always, I'm going to be applying 3 project copies just because I like to have extra pieces, and I am going to be using only 1 mat even though I'm cutting 2 colors. I love doing this method so I don't have to be switching around, so just mimic and move your images to each corner. It's easy to just click select all and move them just like this. And so now we can just press continue, and this is where we're going to select our vinyl setting for the cut. And now just remember that how you place your images is how you're going to place your vinyl on the mat. And so I'm adding a piece of white vinyl to the right side and a piece of black vinyl for the left side. I always use the HTV Ront matte colors just because they feel like very thin and they work great for nails. And now let's begin cutting our nail decals. And here I'm using a Cricut Maker, but of course you can do this with any Cricut Joy or Cricut Express. I also don't use any special cut settings or washi tape settings. This is just cut with regular vinyl. And so once it's done cutting, we can see we have our black design on the left hand side and the white design on the right. I started making my own nail decals a few years ago because I usually wear really long nails and the nail decals that I buy were always so tiny. By making my own decals at home, I can have any size and shape that I want and it always looks perfect. And you actually don't have to weed them out. I kind of just wanted to give you guys the full effect of the look. And now let's take a look at this beautiful 6-piece gel nail sets. I just love Born Pretty. I've been using it for many years. It's one of my favorite brands. And when I saw this 6 set of pink gel colors, oh my god, I just knew I had to try them. They are numbered 1 through 6, and so let's start with number 1, which is a light pink. Number 2 is super glittery, like a champagne pink. I think number 3 is my favorite since it's a super light, beautiful pink color. It just looks like a princess to me. And now we have number 4. It is a solid color, so pretty. With number 5, we're back to glitter, and we can see this one, it has more of a metallic effect. And with number 6, we have a super hot jelly color. I love to do color swatches on the caps, and this is the final colors after 2 layers. For my nail press-on base, today I'll be using Gel X extensions by A-Press. I haven't really used them before, but I've seen a lot of great reviews, and so I wanted to try them. And so now I'm just going to be grabbing my sizes and putting them onto my nail plates. I couldn't really decide what I wanted for my background, and so I will be using different light colors as my backgrounds for each different nails. If you wanted to have more of a jelly look, you would only have to do about 1 or 2 coats, but I wanted more of like a brighter color, so I did end up doing 3 coats on this background. And so take your time with this, make sure that you're not adding too much nail polish. You want this to be as even as possible. And make sure you're curing after every layer. Here we have the nail backgrounds ready to go. They're looking so good, and now it's time for some nail art. And so starting off with my bats, we're just going to be peeling them on and sticking them. These Born Pretty gel colors are not sticky, and so I'm able to just apply my nail decals right on top. If your polish is sticky, just give it a wipe with alcohol before placing your nail decals. Now taking my Born Pretty base gel colors, first I make sure that my decals are flat, and then we're going to be adding a nice thin coat just to start sealing in our decals. Make sure to cure this, and now I'll be using more of my Born Pretty gel colors, and I'll be adding some designs by just making a little like dot here and there for a more like girly pink effect. Now make sure to place this in your lamp and cure your design. And now moving on to the rest of the nails, I'll just be applying some more decals. This pumpkin design came in 2 pieces, and so it's easier to apply the bigger piece first and then just add the other details. I also wanted to try something different, and so I'm taking my Born Pretty liner gel and I'm just going to be filling in the details. I'm essentially using my nail decals as like a base and then just coloring it in. I have never done this before. I'm not very good with nail art, but having a base really helped. And now just lining it with like a little bit more details, I feel like just sealed in the deal. For the next nail, I wanted to do kind of like an aura effect, and so I'm adding a light color and letting it spread out. Make sure to cure this before you add your nail decal, but now here I'm just going to add the moon. And so with that aura effect, it looks like our moon is glowing. Here is where I feel that I should have just cut those star nail decals. Like I said, my nail art isn't so good. Or maybe if I should have done like a white background, the stars could have like shown a little better, but I don't know, I still like it. Lastly, we're going to do that dripping nail effect, and so I'm taking my brush and just get a good amount at the very tip, start in the middle, and then drag your brush up. I feel this method gives the best dripping nail effect, and it also gives a little bit of texture, which is awesome. And now we just fill in the top, kind of curve it, and we are done. Repeat if you want more texture, but now we are basically done and we can seal in our design with our favorite top coat. This design was so fun and easy to do. It is so easy to have super fun trendy nails with the use of a Cricut. Please be sure to let me know which one was your favorite design. And so I hope you guys enjoyed my video and found it helpful. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and also head over to my Instagram and my TikTok for a lot more pictures and videos of my work, and just thank you so much for watching.